I'm at my parents' house right now. I don't know if you can see her, but there is a deer watching me. Beautiful deer. Hi, baby. Oh, she's got her babies with her. So, good morning, people. I am at my parents' house on the river, enjoying my morning. Oh, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. It is early. It's about 6:30 a.m. and I am out at my parents' house down at their property just hanging out. We're going to be taking my niece and nephew to a water park today, but my boyfriend dropped me off on the way here, so I'm just over here early relaxing down by the river. Here is my view. They live on the Occoquan River in a fairly isolated part of the river. We don't really have any neighbors. We have a next door neighbor and a neighbor on the other side. And then there's a bigger neighborhood up the street, but we're at the very bottom of the neighborhood. And it's not very populated down here. As you can see, we don't really have anyone. There's one person across the river, and then that's it for a few miles. So, pretty secluded. I'm in the hammock right now. Just chilling. Imbibing in my morning toke. And yeah. Today should be a beautiful day, and I'm really grateful for it. As you can see, she's still over there. In the beginning of the clip of this, there is a deer and her babies over there, which is really cool. There's a lot of nature up here, and you can get pretty up close and personal with it, but yeah. But I decided to bring you guys with me today, so we can enjoy this day together, and we'll just see how it plays out. So you can see my kayak is behind me. I do want to try and get out in my kayak at some point today. I don't know if we're going to have time for that, but we'll see. But yeah, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are enjoying your day right now. But yeah, I don't really know what to talk about. I'm just like so relaxed right now. I gotta say, being able to come over to my parents' house and hang out again means a lot to me. When I was in active addiction, I lost the privilege of being over here and living with them, and it's only been in the last couple months or so that we really started rebuilding our relationship together, and we really started trusting each other again and working through our issues and stuff as a family. So yeah, it's been really nice. They're very proud of me for being a year sober, you know. And lately they've been a part of my therapy sessions, which has been kind of painful, especially for like my mom and stuff. There's a lot of things that she's had to acknowledge, that her having done wrong over the years, you know. We've been working through family trauma with my therapist, and she asked my parents to be part of my sessions. And, you know, it's hard for my parents to admit that they screwed up where they did. You know, I came from sort of a broken and abused background. I went through quite a bit of abuse as a child, and you know, my parents just really didn't know what the hell they were doing, and you know, you do the best you can with what you have. And you know, there's a lot of forgiveness on both ends that still needs to take place. We're working through it, but you know, I grew up in a very beautiful house. I'll show you guys the house when I go inside. And I come from a fairly privileged background. You know, I always grew up knowing that my family was a bit more well off than some of the other families or some of my other friends. I was pretty well aware when I was younger that my family went on a lot of vacations or did things that other families probably just couldn't afford to do. But you know, I went through some serious loss and pain when I was younger, which was more or less the reason I fell into addiction, and homelessness. And, even though my parents have admitted recently, and it made me feel a lot better, and I think it really helped move our relationship forward into healing, is when they admitted that there was a lot of things that they wish they had done differently when they found out that I was in addiction. And, they didn't know what to do. They hadn't really dealt with anything like that before. Even though my brother had gone through it, they basically didn't deal with it. He was kicked out right away, and, he ended up losing the battle. My brother ended up losing his life. Um, and, it wasn't until after that happened that my parents really started to wake up, to what was going on with me and realizing that I needed help. Um, and towards the end there, like, they really stepped in and started helping, but there were a lot of years before that where they were really hurting more than helping. And, they ended up educating themselves, and doing this therapy together has been really helpful. So I'm glad that we're mending our relationship, because, you always want a relationship with your parents. So I'm really happy that I can be over here again. This house is beautiful. I grew up in this house. I grew up on this property, and it's just a really magical little spot of land. It's always, anyone that's ever come over here has always said that this feels like a vacation home. And this house has always been for me a deep source of, like, peace, and, and just feeling at home. Like, I feel really, really at home here. And it's beautiful. I mean, how could you not be at peace, like, with stuff like this? Like, I'm in a hammock right now looking at this beautiful scenery. And, being this close with nature makes you really feel, like, at home. At least for me. It makes me feel at home, and it makes me feel, I don't know, I almost want to say, like, accepted. Like, I feel like this place accepts me. Like, my energy is tied to this piece of land, part of this place, and this river. It's so beautiful out here, and you deeply feel connected with nature at this house and out here. I mean, it's so quiet right now. All I can hear is, like, birds and stuff like that starting to wake up, so. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy my time in the hammock a little bit more, and then, I think I'll give you guys a house tour, and you can see where I grew up and everything, and I'll show you the. Here's, like, the back of the property. We got a swing over there, and this is walking up towards my parents' house. There's a little path right here. My dad did all of this himself. We try not to landscape too much. We really like the woods out here, so we try to let nature do its thing. Over here is where I shot that shot of the deer earlier. I don't think she's still there. Nope. This is my niece's play area. Little swing, I guess that's a tree house. A little rope climbing thing, a little sandbox. Got my mom's garden over here with nothing in it. She needs to plant some stuff. Like, when I lived here, this is where I had my vegetable garden. This whole thing was my vegetable garden. This year I did not get to plant any plants. And then you come up this side of the house. And if you go around this side to go up to our driveway, we have these beautiful garden stairs. My dad also built this. And all the stone you see is naturally sourced from here. It's, like, really rocky out here. A lot of rocks in the dirt. So a lot of this is stone sourced from the property. You come up here on their deck. They have a hot tub. This is the fire pit area, dining area, and then here we have a, like, bar sort of lounge area. Up there is the sunroom. My dad built that as well. And then That's my parents' bedroom up there and their private balcony. I'm not going to show you inside the room, but I will show you where the room is. You come in here, this is the basement. And this is their basement. I painted that. I do art. Books, the keyboard, that was mine, that my niece is using, my niece's trampoline. My dad made that lamp out of like boat oars. That's really cool. TV, chair. You come over here, that is the garage, that is a storage room, and it's really creepy. And then this is the downstairs bathroom, you know, pretty basic, nothing special. When I lived here, this was my apartment, and this is where I lived. This is my old room. It looked different when I lived here. It's a little bit more simplified now, but this was my old bedroom. And this dresser came with the house, and it's super awesome. This is, I think it was mahogany or cherry wood. I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to ask my dad. And this is a real marble top, and it came with a built-in, like, vanity, all original. And I still have the keys that lock this thing. This does lock with old-fashioned keys. And then you have a little, like, weird walk-in closet action. This was, like, a weird closet when I lived here. Like, I don't know if you can see it. It's really dark and creepy in here, but it goes all the way to the other side, and there's a door on the other side. I did have a light in there, and it is actually big enough if you're careful about how you store things for it to be like a walk-in closet. Like, it was pretty big. I did store a lot of stuff there. So, that is the basement. Grab my backpack. And I will go upstairs and say hi to my dad and my dog and my cat that lives here. Little stair area. These are real Native American drums artifacts. I don't know why my parents have them. Family pictures. And then you come up, and there's the front door. That's their living room. Their bathroom is awesome. They have a big bathroom. So my niece takes baths. Big shower stall. They redid all of this. Looks a lot better now. And then back here you have my parents' bedroom, my niece's bedroom, and then up in the attic, you can see windows to it. There's actually a loft up there, a sleeping loft, and it's got windows on either side, and one into the kitchen. And fun fact, when I lived up there, there's my cat Nazgul. Say hi, handsome. When I lived up there, I used to have a basket, and I would throw it through the kitchen window and demand food from my mother, which she did not find amusing. This is their sunroom, dining room, the kitchen. Say hi to my YouTube people. That is my dad. That is Pete. And then over here is the laundry / pantry. You know, nothing too exciting. And then out here, this was originally like a wraparound deck, and it still does wrap around to the side of the sunroom. It used to be just a deck, but my parents built this pretty nifty sunroom. But yeah, the house tour. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you can hear me in this. I'm being quiet because I think my mom is still asleep and stuff. And I don't want to wake the beast, so to speak. But anyways, I will get back to you guys later as the day progresses, and I'll see you guys. Bye. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm looking a little rough. I just got off a jet ski, and we are about to walk down these crazy-ass stairs so I can show y'all the dock and this beautiful property I'm here at. Oh, so let's go. Here, I'm going to show you the stairs down. This is what I'm walking down. As you can see, there is a definite lean to these stairs, you know, super safe. trick is to hold on to the railing and pray. So yeah, me and my boyfriend are at a friend's house. And they have a beautiful property out here on the Potomac River. So we are just out here enjoying our day. My boyfriend is up in the front yard working on their racing boat right now. They needed some help with their boat. He's a mechanic, so he's doing his thing. Let's see, there's these stairs, and then we go out there to this dock here. It's a really nice day today. It hasn't been too hot. It's been kind of overcast. But yeah, look at this view. This is beautiful. This is the cliff that their house sits up on. As you can see, it's real steep. We just went up the stairs there. But look at this view. This is just gorgeous. This is what we went out on today. Went out on the jet ski. So that was really fun. Yeah, these are the jet skis. We went out. This is the one I rode. This is the one my friend's wife was on. Our friend's wife. Their names are Donna and Dawn. I know. Kind of matchy-matchy. But yeah, we are about to walk back up these stairs. I'm going to show you from the bottom so you can see how steep this is. But, I mean, this property's beautiful. Like, I have had such a great day out here. Out on the water and stuff. These stairs are a workout. Like, I'm not gonna lie. These stairs are... Yeah, this is what I'm walking back up. I don't know if you can see. They lean quite far to one side, so yeah. But yeah, today has been awesome. Didn't expect to go jet skiing today, so I'm glad I wore my swimsuit under my outfit. They do have a pool, which I'm about to show you guys as well. Oh my god. I'm out of breath. Yeah. These stairs are no joke. But look at this fucking view. You can't get anything better than this view right here. I love coming out here. These people are very nice. Older couple we know. We like to hang out with sometimes. Oh my god, I'm so out of breath. But yeah, this is their pool. Got the hot tub, pool, diving board, and then this view up here. Then they have this big, beautiful deck area. Big, beautiful house. But yeah. This is probably one of the better places me and my boyfriend spend our weekends at. Let me tell you what, I am out of breath. I'm gonna catch my breath. I'll be back with you guys in a second. Alright, I'm back. I'm in the hot tub part of the pool. They don't have it heated up right now, so it's nice and cold. But yeah, today's been a really good day. Jet skiing and whatnot, being able to swim in this gorgeous pool, just relax, enjoy this view. But yeah, I'm having a pretty good time. Thought I'd bring you guys along with me and just talk about some stuff. So I'm gonna sit on this ledge right here so I can be in the water, kind of. I'm trying to find a spot for good lighting. Alright, I think this works the best. Try not to drop my phone in the pool. But yeah, this has just been a really amazing day. We woke up early. It takes us 2 hours to drive here, but we've been coming here almost every weekend for like 2 months now. Sometimes we spend the night here, sometimes we drive home and just spend like a day out here. Last time we were here, we spent the night. It was amazing. We were given a beautiful room in this house. But yeah, Eric, my boyfriend, is a mechanic, and he met this people when he was working on the guy's boat, and they ended up getting along. They invited us over to hang out a few times, and so yeah, we've been coming here pretty much every weekend, and it is gorgeous. This is a wonderful place to spend a weekend. It's so relaxing. And then during the week, we just feel like really kind of like refreshed and rejuvenated, like we blew off steam, you know, we party a little, you know. I don't drink, but, you know, they'll have a few drinks. Sometimes I'll have like a glass of champagne or a glass of wine with them. Had a margarita last weekend, and because of my kidney function being so bad, like that alone was enough to make me not feel good like the next day. So yeah, props to this wig. This stayed on while I was going jet skiing, so yeah. It's a new wig. I have to wash it now. Like, I definitely went in the river with me. I know that's probably like wig abuse, but like whatever. But yeah, it has been a wonderful and relaxing day. I don't know if we're going to be spending the night tonight. I think Eric might want to go home. Once he's done working on the boat, he's going to join us for a swim. And then we're going to take one of the boats, maybe the jet skis. It's still a little rough. And I told them that when I went out earlier, when me and his wife went out earlier, that the jet skis might not be the best option because it is so rough out. This wind is blowing really strong. But yeah, we're probably going to take the boat and go up. On the Potomac, there's these two restaurants called Tim's and Tim's 2 that are on the shores of the Potomac, and you can actually boat up to these restaurants. So we're going to boat up to Tim's 2 later when Eric's done working, and after he takes a swim to cool off. It's hot out today. It's not as hot as it has been, but it is still pretty warm. It's summer in Virginia. You know, you're not gonna really be able to escape the heat, so yeah. Oh, this water feels so good. But yeah, so I wanted to go in depth more about what being a year sober means for me. I kind of discussed it in my last video a little bit, but what it means to me is almost indescribable. It's this feeling of triumph, this feeling of newfound purpose and direction in my life. It's feelings of intensely deep gratitude and peace and clarity. You know, when you get clean, it's not just about not doing the drugs anymore. It's about facing all the demons that caused you to turn to those drugs to begin with, and really coming to terms with all of them and facing them and overcoming them. So, you know, my allergies are acting up really bad today, so you have to excuse me if I'm sniffly, if you see my eyes watering, because they're like really bad. I took some medicine earlier and it did nothing. But that's just how my allergies are. Incurable allergies. They're not even like seasonal, they're just like all year. I'm just allergic to different things throughout the year. Pollen, dogs, my own cats, mold, you name it, I'm fucking allergic to it. If it's an airborne, like, irritant, I'm probably allergic to it, but yeah. And I'm on video looking all sorts of terrible. I'll apologize. Like, when we got here, I didn't know if we were going jet skiing, because last time we came here, we couldn't go out on the jet skis. One of them wasn't charging, but they fixed the issue. And so, like, I came over with, like, makeup on and stuff, and it's, like, probably all over my face. But whatever. But yeah, what was I saying, crap? But yeah, I'm just really grateful, like, overall, and I faced a lot of things that I was really struggling with and holding back dealing with and holding back facing, and I've been working on that in therapy, and to be realizing that there's light at the end of this dark tunnel of all this depression I've been just crushed under the weight of the past few years, it feels good. And, you know, I'm proud of myself for being able to face these things without, you know, my whole life, I've always really needed someone to hold my hand through things. I haven't always been the most independent person. I've been very codependent in my past, and, you know, being able to stand on my own and face things has been really important to me. And now that I'm making breakthroughs, I'm making progress and stuff, and really working the form of therapy I've chosen to go with, it's just made me realize how resilient I am, and it makes me feel even more proud of myself. Like, for the first time in years, I'm feeling confident again, and powerful and worthy, and, you know, all the things that I really wasn't feeling, especially when I was in active addiction. So yeah. So that's all been just really amazing to kind of see myself getting through and dealing with. So, but yeah. Alright, I'm getting chilly. Sun went away, so I'm gonna walk back up here and sit in my chair on the deck so we can keep talking. Oh. See, it's like cool enough today that when the sun goes behind the clouds, like, because sitting in the pool becomes like cold. Like, you get cold really fast. And their pool is not warm either. That is a very, very cold pool. But yeah. Get my bangs out of my face. Oh, I need to cut these bangs shorter on this. But yeah. But being sober for a year for me really means that I've hit a milestone. It means I'm overcoming things and I'm dealing with things a lot better. And it's important to me. You know, I recently, I said in my last video, I'd gotten in touch with my birth family, and I was getting to know members of them. Well, one of those members was my sister. And from the get-go, my sister, I don't think she is mentally well. I do not think she's a happy person or a person that is very fulfilled in her life. And she started causing problems with me and my birth mother. She was lying to both of us a lot, and, you know, me and my birth mom ended up comparing notes and catching her in a number of lies. And it all came to a head very recently, and she had said some not nice things about my addiction and me to another family member. I will always be open and honest with people. Yes, I used to be a heroin addict, I used to do drugs, I used to be homeless, but I overcame it. And I do think that's a point of pride. You know, there's many reasons people wind up in addiction or homelessness or a combination of the two, and until you've walked in someone else's shoes like that, you really can't judge. Especially when I have gotten out of it, and I have gotten through it, and I have completely turned my life around 180 from where it was a year ago. She did not ever know me as an addict. She has only ever met the clean and sober me. And, you know, I was open with her about my past struggles, and one of the things, her reasonings to lying to me was, she apparently, I mean, to my face, she was very supportive about my journey and, you know, acted very proud of me and was saying, you know, how happy she was that I had gotten over that. But then to another family member, and she had called this family member to complain about me and my mother, and that family member did not like what she was saying, so they called us in on, like, three-way call and muted us so we could hear her. And, she started saying one of the reasons she had for lying to me was that she was uncomfortable with the fact that I had been a heroin addict and that I had been homeless, and she didn't trust me, and she somehow thought I was inferior or below her because I had been in that position a year ago, that I was unfit to ever meet or be around my nieces and nephews, and that, you know, like, she lied to me because she felt like she couldn't trust me from the get-go, knowing that I had been a former addict and had been homeless. And, you know, that really hurt to hear from her, especially when she had, to my face, been nice and supportive. You know, I ended up telling her off for that and telling her what I thought about that, which was a resounding fuck you. get off your high horse. You've been incredibly two-faced right now. You had no reason to lie to me or my mother and cause the hurt you did. Um, she tried every excuse in the book to kind of try to, escape the guilt or blame that she was under. And, it was very throwing other people under the bus and having these, convoluted reasons for lying to each person why she did it. And she used my past addiction as an excuse of why she thought it was appropriate to lie to me and hurt me. And, I really wanted to get to know her and eventually become close with her and everything. But she self-destructed this relationship by lying. There was no reason to lie to me. I mean, and she was just lying about like silly little things that I really, wouldn't have been mad about knowing the truth. And to try to throw me under the bus because of my past addiction and use that as a reason for not trusting me from the get-go is that really didn't sit well with me. That's really like just mean judgmental behavior when there's no reason you should have acted that way or done that to me. And it did hurt quite a bit, and hearing her use my addiction to justify that really it made me want to slap her. Like, I'm being quite honest, like, it felt like a punch in the gut when she said that. And I guess I've been lucky where in the course of my addiction, and recovering from it, I've not had to deal with too many people that have held my past against me. And the thing is they knew me while I was an addict, and they chose to kind of distance themselves from me then, but they were always there for me if I needed an ear or a shoulder to lean on, and they understood I was going through something very difficult. And, I dealt with all that while I was in active addiction, and I understood why people, wanted to keep their distance or whatever from me then. But she never met me then. She never knew me when I was an addict or anything. She's only ever met the clean and sober a year clean and sober me. She met me at almost the 1 year mark of my anniversary of getting clean. And, I guess I've been lucky where I just haven't really had to deal with that many people that have held my past against me, especially now that I've gotten clean, and I have never had to deal with a person so far that has held my past against me when they have only ever known the clean and sober me. And to use that as a reason to justify mistreating me and lying to me it's kind of preposterous if you think about it. Like, it's really preposterous that you would use that as a reason to hurt me and lie to me from the get-go. I have never done anything to her that relates to my addiction that would make her think I'm somehow an untrustworthy or inferior person. And, I'm really mad at her for doing this. So I did kind of end my relationship with her. I no longer want to get to know my sister. I hope she gets the help she needs, because it sounds like she needs a lot of help. I do not think she's a happy person. I think there was a lot of jealousy issues right off the bat. Me and my birth mother ended up having a very close bond almost immediately. And I guess my birth mother was more honest with me about the facts surrounding my adoption and what had gone on and everything, and she had not been as forthcoming with my sister. But, my sister should not have held that against me. That was her and my mother's problem to work out between the two of them. And I kind of felt put in the middle with a lot of things. And my sister was saying some things that really angered me about my mother that I did not feel were right. She had let me know that something illegal had potentially happened that would put my mother's health and privacy at risk. So I did have to tell my mother what she was saying, and they had a big blowout over it, and she got mad at me. And, but I'm not anyone's secret keeper. I do not like keeping secrets for people. I do not lie for people. I do not like being lied to. I do not like having to lie to others. So, it was a very uncomfortable, unfair position my sister had put me in. So ultimately, I decided to end the relationship, and I don't know if I'm ever going to want to have a relationship with her again at this point. But yeah, so this week was kind of stressful in that regards, and this is the first time I've ever had my past, used against me in such a vindictive way, especially when my sister never knew me as a homeless addict. She has only ever known the clean and sober me. So that really hurt. And that would kind of bum me out. So I'm really happy that Eric suggested we come here this weekend where I can blow off some steam, I can relax, I can sit in the pool, and I can just enjoy a good day with good people and the love of my life. So, yeah. So I am grateful to be out here today, and I'm just grateful in general. Even though this thing went down with my sister, I am still grateful that it happened, and I've learned to be grateful for every situation because there's always a lesson to be learned in every situation. And this situation, while it was painful and difficult to go through with my sister, it has been a valuable lesson. And I never expected finding my birth family was going to be some fairy tale. Most families have issues and underlying problems, and I knew that within my birth family it was probably much the same. And I'm very grateful for the bond I have with my birth mother and with her brothers and my older brother Jamie. Um, you know, and all I really have to say is that it was a lesson learned. That you know At least she didn't do this further down the road. I'm kind of glad that her true colors came out so early in the beginning so that I was not more emotionally invested in the situation and in her. Having only just met her not too long ago, um, this this was kind of like, okay, well, I'm glad you did this now so that, this didn't happen down the road and I wasn't further hurt by it, because I couldn't even imagine how bad this would hurt if I had been super emotionally invested in her by now and had had this relationship or bond with her. But it didn't feel like that much was broken because even in the beginning, she was very hard to get a hold of. She was very evasive when asking about her past. I got a bunch of different stories from her about the same things. I don't even think knew if she realized that she was telling me different things about stuff every time we talked. It for her, the lying seems very pathological. Like she doesn't even know she's doing it. Like she lied like some people breathe just naturally. And I don't know if there's anything psychologically wrong with her. I am assuming there is. She did tell me she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I do not have bipolar disorder, and I have known a few people with it, but each situation with them has been very, very different. Um, so I do not know if this type of behavior is because of bipolar disorder. And while it might very well be because of that, it in no way excuses that behavior. I'm pretty sure she knows right from wrong, and most people know, no matter what their mental capacity is or what their mental illness is, that lying is wrong, and there's no reason you should do it, you know. So, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that situation, pretty much. I was really hurt by it, and I gave her a piece of my mind, and I've blocked her on everything else, so, you know. Um, but yeah, all I can do is basically prove her wrong. And other naysayers, I know in my life there's probably going to be other people where I'm going to run into this situation where people are going to know about my past and somehow try to use it against me, or use it as a bargaining chip to hold over me or something. And that's to be expected, especially when you're open and honest about your story. There's going to be people that don't understand. There's going to be people that hold it against you or see you as inferior somehow, and that's fine. That's not a you problem. That's a them problem. Um, as long as you're doing what you need to be doing and you're happy where you're at and you have that self-confidence in yourself and you have that self-worth, then, other people's opinions on that are not going to be able to shake that if you hold that strong enough to yourself. So that's kind of how I'm feeling now, is like, I am glad that I dealt with a person like that now, so I know how to feel now when I do face that, and I know how I'm going to react, and I'm not going to let it affect me negatively. I'm just going to see this as a lesson and as a reason to push myself harder in my success and my drive, and just, fight every day to remain sober and happy and healthy. That's all you really can do at the end of the day. So, I'm just going to prove her wrong. Um, I do believe I am a fairly trustworthy person. Um, I'm not trying to be like self-indulgent or anything, but I do think I'm a fairly trustworthy, fairly kind person. You know, what she did, I have never done to a family member or a friend, and, it's never crossed my mind to be that way. But, most people, I don't think it would cross their minds to be that way. I do think it has a lot to do with maybe her being mentally ill or just very unhappy in life at the moment. Um, from what I understand, she doesn't have like the happiest or healthiest marriage. She has a lot of children. She has many, many children, more than 5 children, kind of all born one right after another. And she like homeschools them, and from the looks of it, kind of like isolates and overprotects them, like, and stuff. And there's some things she allows her kids to do that are straight up illegal, and they are too young and they shouldn't be doing it, which I really disagree with. At their age, I was not doing what they were being allowed to do with their mom. For good reason. But yeah. And like, all of that, like, I don't know. I just think that she is without guidance in her life. I don't think that she's ever really had much consequence to her actions in life before. It seems like she'll try it when she gets caught doing something. It seems like she really tries to put the blame on other people, and I noticed that kind of right away with certain things. And, her marriage doesn't seem the happiest and healthiest. So I just think that she maybe is dealing with some pretty serious unresolved mental illness, being kind of overwhelmed with her kids and her life and her unhappy marriage and all this other stuff. She doesn't work or anything. So, like, besides raising her kids, it just doesn't seem like there's a lot of, like, fulfillment going on in her life, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of healthily enforced decision making in her life. It doesn't seem like she has a lot of like outside emotional support. It doesn't seem like she has a very big friend group. I think she's kind of isolated at home for the most part. And I know all of that boredom, isolation, unresolved mental health issues, being overwhelmed with your life can lead to some pretty like bizarre behaviors, which it's basically all just acting out. It's all pretty bad coping mechanisms to deal with your life when it's like that. And I do hope she finds peace and happiness, and I hope she finds balance in her life. I hope she gets those mental health issues taken care of, and she realizes that it's not okay to lie to people. It's not okay to lying is manipulative. One of the other reasons she gave was she thought that, she tailored her responses to how she thought me or my mother would react, or she was tailoring her responses for it to be what we wanted to hear out of her. And it's like, I don't want to hear from what you think I want to hear. Like, I want to hear the truth. What I want to hear from you is the truth. Like, it doesn't matter how people react, because if they find out you lied, they're going to be even more mad that you didn't tell them the truth, especially when it's over something, like, silly and little. Like, it's like, I don't understand why you would lie about that. And it just, it just rubs me the wrong way when people do that. It makes me not trust them. And if I can't trust you, then you can't be in my life. Especially if you're going to be secretly judging me for my past in your head when you never knew me. When I was like that, and you've only ever met the clean and sober me that is working hard and everything. Um, But yeah, oh, update. I got a new job. I am going to start in a month after surgery. So I'm really happy about that. And um yeah, I think I mentioned that in my last video, is that I have a job lined up for after I have surgery. But I'm really excited about that. I just got like my set of shirts and everything that I'm going to be wearing sent to me. They sent them to me to make sure that they were the right size and everything. If not, I can send them back. I haven't tried them on yet, but I like our little logo. It's like cute and everything. So I think I'm going to be happy there. I did go up there the other day and I kind of like got walked around and I met everyone I'm going to be working with and they seem like a nice enough group of people. So, I'm excited about that. But yeah, uh, I have a lot of things in my life to be excited about and look forwards to. I have a lot to be grateful for. I have a lot to just drink in and appreciate right now. Um, and that's all I could ask for. Being a year sober has taught me so much about myself, and it has taught me so much about what the meaning of happiness is, what the meaning of peace and acceptance is in your life. And while I have been gotten clean before and I've remained clean for a number of years and then relapsed, the difference between this time and that time, those times where it was back then, I thought I could do it all on my own. I thought I didn't need the therapy. I thought I didn't need the support and the help. And I was trying to do everything on my own while being in a variety of unhappy or stressful or painful, emotionally difficult situations. And I was not getting the help I needed, and I wasn't feeling as hopeful. Like, to be honest, every time I gotten clean in the past, I have been lamenting the loss of my drug. It felt like losing a best friend you hung out with every day. It was almost like whenever I stopped doing heroin, I was mourning the loss of a friend or something. It felt like a friend had died. And, now it doesn't feel like that at all. I'm scared of ever going back. I'm terrified of going back. And I would just feel so disgusting and low. Like, the thought of going back to that lifestyle and stepping back into addiction now just seems so far away from me. And that's how I know that this time is different, is because I've worked at it. Um, I listened to others people. I listened to people that have done this before and are successfully recovered and everything, and they have told me, you need help. This is not usually, some people, yeah, I'm sure some people can do it on their own, and they have, but for a lot of people, myself included, sorry, I keep trying to, figure out the bangs on this wig. There we go. But, yeah, I basically, it wasn't something I could do on my own, and it was very hard for me to admit that to myself. And the fact that, you know, looking back, I don't know how I thought I could do this on my own, because the help I have received this time has been so very helpful, so life-changing. Looking back, I was foolish to think I could have done this on my own. Having that support system and having someone to guide you through these feelings and what you're feeling and going through is so important. Um, and yeah, my therapist is they get me, and I found a really good therapist, thank God, someone that specializes in addiction and treating trauma and PTSD and stuff like that. If I sound really nasally, I'm sorry. My nose is so stuffed up. I am not lying when I'm saying that my allergies are so bad. My eyes are watering. I was gonna put my makeup back on and stuff, and I still might put some makeup back on, just because we're going out to eat later, but right now, my eyes are being so reactive, and they're watering at everything, and they're itching, so bad, so yeah. Coffee break. Oh, I ate most of my food already. I had a chicken salad sandwich that was really good. We stopped by this deli, and I really been liking these Starbucks vanilla sweet cream cold brews. These are really good. I like it better over ice. I like to take these home. and pour them over ice and stuff, or put them in a cup with ice, but it's still pretty good right from the bottle. Oh no, some of those like Starbucks like pre-canned drinks that come in like the glass can or whatever like that, I don't think they taste right unless like you pour them out over ice. I don't know, sometimes they can taste like a little like syrupy to me, like they don't taste like the Starbucks like drink that they're supposed to be. This is pretty good though. On its own out of the bottle, so that's what I'm drinking. I'm trying my hardest to stop with the Red Bull. I drink a lot of Red Bull, and it is not good for me, and I'm trying to stop. So I'm trying to switch back to coffee only, but it stains my teeth really bad, and I already spent a ton on, like, teeth whitening strips, and, like, my teeth are still, like, yellow, so whatever. I'm about to say fuck it. If you have any tips on tooth whitening that doesn't include spending a shit fuck ton at the dentist to get them whitened, like, I do go twice a year to the dentist and get, like, my cleanings done and my checkups and my x-rays, and every single time I tell them, like, I'm like, what can I do to whiten my teeth at home? And they tell me use, like, the whitening strips and a whitening toothpaste. I got a water pick and everything, but, like, my teeth still stain very easy, especially, like, if I drink coffee all the time. I quit smoking cigarettes. That relieves some of the staining, but, like, I don't know if it's coffee or what I'm doing to stain my teeth so bad, but my whole life I've really struggled with tooth staining, and I don't know what to do to get rid of it. Like, at this point, I'm about to just say, like, fuck it. Like, my teeth are a little bit yellow. But, you know, I don't have any cavities. I have healthy teeth. So, I guess I'm lucky in that sense. Like, I have all my teeth minus my wisdom teeth, so. It's so beautiful sitting out here. There's a ton of bald eagles out here. There's actually one fishing over the river right now. And there's a ton of ospreys, which are another type of, like, water living falcon. They look like a big eagle. And then there's blue herons. There's these cute little sparrows. Last time my boyfriend was working down on the dock, these sparrows build their nest under the dock, and my boyfriend was like working close to one of their nests, and these birds started like dive bombing his head, and he had to have me stand there with a broom to like smack them away, because they literally were like flying onto the back of his head and like pecking him, like really, they were attacking him. It felt so bad. Birds don't like my boyfriend. Like, my bird Rudy, he likes him sometimes, but he's always the first to bite Eric. And then, like, I don't know, my boyfriend's one of those people, like, my dad has this thing where my dad, for whatever reason, always gets shit on by birds a lot. Like, he'll just, like, go out to walk the dog and come home and be like, a bird shit on me, and have, like, bird shit on the back of his head. Happens to him at the beach a lot. My parents have a convertible, and a lot of times when they go for drives, my dad comes home with bird shit on him. Like, I don't know why I guess birds don't like him. But my boyfriend's the same way, where it's like, I don't know how it happens, but he constantly manages to be shit on by birds. Like, his car is always having bird shit on it. He's always getting shit on by birds, and then birds attack him. We had this bird in the neighborhood that made a nest under our mailbox, like, on the ground, and I don't know what type of bird this was, but, like, if you went to check the nail, it would, like, attack you, and then it would, like, pretend its wing was broken and limp away from the nest to try to lure you away from the nest. And, yeah, we were pretty happy when those eggs grew up and move out, but my boyfriend literally could not go near there, because no matter what, this bird would go after him. Like, with me, it would, like, make noise at me and, like, hiss at me and do, like, the broken wing thing when I went out to check the mail. But, like, my boyfriend could just come outside, this bird would fly up and try to attack him. So, I don't know what it is about, like, him and birds. And same thing with my dad, it's really funny. My dad doesn't get attacked by birds, but he does get shit on by birds a lot, which is random, I know. Oh, but yeah, there's just beautiful birds out here. There's these little sparrows, and they attack my boyfriend, and I think it's hilarious. They're adorable. And then there's tons of duck and geese. Last time I was here, I was down on the shoreline during low tide, because if you sift through the sand here, you can actually find shark's teeth. Like fossilized shark's teeth. You can also find a bunch of other fish fossils. This river does meet the Atlantic Ocean at one point. But yeah, there's a lot of fossilized like shark's teeth in here, and it's really cool. There's even an island in this river called the Shark Tooth Island, which is known for just its overabundance of petrified and fossilized shark's teeth. So it's pretty cool. I was down here hunting for shark's teeth, and there were ducks down there, so I brought some dried corn with me and some bird seed, and I was feeding the duckies, and it was so cute. Like, ducks are precious, man. Geese are assholes, but ducks are precious, and like these ducks were precious. Like, they had their babies, and like they just dropped their babies off with me, and were like going out for a swim, and their babies were just sitting with me while I fed them, and oh my god, it was so cute. A little baby duck did poop on my shoe, but like, whatever. It's a baby. It was so cute. I didn't want to take it off my foot. It pooped on my shoe. Oh, but I do love being out here. This is so peaceful. Like, this is just what I needed after such a stressful week. I'm gonna go for another swim here in a bit, like a proper swim, like get in the pool and do some laps and everything. I'm gonna eat the rest of my food. I have some baked Lay's, and I got myself a veggie tray with some ranch dip. Ew, this just dripped like vegetable juice on me. And I had a chicken salad sandwich from a deli, which was pretty good, I will say. Oddly enough, you know who has a good chicken salad sandwich? 7-Eleven. Like, honestly, I swear some of the food at 7-Eleven has no business being as delicious as it is. And it is very good. I don't, like, 7-Eleven is, I'm not sure how good their food actually is, but like some of it tastes pretty banging. Like their chicken salad sandwich is banging, them taquitos are fire. But yeah. But I think I am going to finish my food here, and then I'm gonna go for another swim, and then I will get back to you guys later. Alright? Bye.